Concacaf World Cup qualifiers for 2026. Today in Group A action, Antigua and Barbuda host Bermuda. Take a look at the weather conditions here in Antigua. That's a little bit windy today, as we'll get you set on the starting 11's national anthems. And of course, we'll kick off. 30 teams will compete in the second round here of World Cup qualifiers, all trying to reach the World Cup in 2026. Just should note a couple of teams that will not be participating in this are the host groups in 2026. That's the United States, Mexico, and Canada. So the goal is, of course, to win the group or come in second in these groups of 5 so they can move on, these two teams, to the third round, which will take place in fall of 2025. So 2 games here in June 2024 and then 2 in June of 2025 to decide those group winners and runners-up. I'm Maura Sheridan. Thank you so much for joining me here today for Antigua and Barbuda and Bermuda. This is the first game that they've played, so really looking to set the tone here. Michael Finley, head coach for Bermuda, has a lot of experience at the international level. Actually was formerly with Grenada, also was an interim with Canada, so he's hoping to pull off a win today. And then Mikael Ledgertwood on the other side, head coach for Antigua and Barbuda. Tons of experience as a player. He played in the Premier League, Crystal Palace, Sheffield United, and ended his career with Reading. Most recently was a Reading head coach at a youth level, and now has moved on to take over this Antigua and Barbuda club. Now fans looking on, it's a home game, and so it will be 2 home games and 2 away games for both of these countries. As I said, this is stretched over the course of an entire year, so a lot can change, but it's important to pick up 3 points. This is a interesting group here in Group A: Honduras, Antigua and Barbuda, Cuba, Bermuda, and the Cayman Islands. So 2 games in kind of a short period of time. Both these teams will play this weekend, and as I said, a year off before they compete again, at least in the Concacaf World Cup qualifiers for 2026. Now we're gonna have national anthems shortly and starting 11s as well for both of these countries. Mention the fact that the United States and Canada and Mexico don't have to compete in this because they're the host countries. But what's interesting about CONCACAF in 2026 in the World Cup, there's a possibility that there's 8 countries representing, which is so exciting for this federation because, again, those 3 countries are already in. And then there will be 3 direct winners, and 2 of the runners-up from that final round will go on to play in a FIFA play-in tournament. So if all goes right, CONCACAF could have 8 representatives at the World Cup in 2026. All right, we have processions for both of these countries. I see our referees, see our coaches and the players. Antigua and Barbuda and Bermuda coming up shortly as the journey begins to qualify for the 2026 CONCACAF, or 2026 World Cup. You're in CONCACAF play. All right, we'll take a break for national anthems for both sides. We'll come back to starting 11s and have kickoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of both countries. First, we'll have the national anthem of Bermuda, followed by the national anthem of Antigua and Barbuda. match, and here we go.
Well, there you have it, national anthems for both countries.
Bermuda.
Getting ready to kick off Concacaf 2026 World Cup qualifiers. Antigua and Barbuda against Bermuda.
Number 5,
Take a look at the starting 11s for both of these countries.
Number 16,
Introduce you to our center referees as well.
Number 18, Luke Robinson. Number 20, Paul Hall. And number 21, Kane Crislow. And number 22, Remy Collington. The assistant coach is Mr. Michael Finley. He's assisted by Kenny Thompson, John Barry, and Johnny Maria. Physiotherapist.
Well, for Antigua and Barbuda, a home game as we take a look at our center referees, our officials today. Adonis Carrasco is our center official. Bare Capellan and Carcion also refereeing today. And we got our two captains meeting for the coin flip in the middle. For Bermuda, it's Dale Eve, who is the keeper today. And then for Bermuda, this is our starting 11. Eve, Butterfield, Steed, Tucker, Parfit, Martin, Leverock, Dwight, Robinson, Paul, Richlow, and Connington. Bermuda coached by Michael Finley. Kelly Ledgerwood on the other side for Antigua and Barbuda. There's Carrasco, as I said, our center official. This is the start of a very busy week, not just for these countries, but for all 30 countries competing in this second round. Final words. Bermuda in those pink kits, and in yellow and white on the other side, that's Antigua and Barbuda. Group A, as do all of the groups, consists of 5 teams. So these are 2 of them, Cuba, Cayman Islands, and Honduras. The other 3. And it looks like the home side, Antigua and Barbuda, will start with possession here as everyone gets situated. We're just waiting for the go-ahead, and we are underway. Antigua and Barbuda start things off. Cedarville looking to earn it back, and it's off of Bermuda. It's Butterfield Steed. Actually, it will be the visitors to toss this one in. Roberts centers. Physical play in the midfield there, and a foul's called. Richlow, the one whistled for that one on the Bermuda side.
Come on, Ram.
Leverock, Tucker.
Hill, Ram.
Too easy.
Picked up the midfield. Bermuda. Coddington. Butterfield Steed. Now they'll work it out from the back. Opening minutes here. Concacaf Qualifiers, road to 2026. This is round 2.
One touch forward.
Off the interception. Antigua and Barbuda working quickly. Cedarville puts it across, and it's right to the keeper. Ends up with Eve, again the captain today for Bermuda.
Come on, tonight. Come on, play it, tonight. Come on, go. Set the press.
Home side looking to settle. Bit of pressure coming.
Man on.
And both of these teams will play 2 games in a short period of time. Both will play this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Bermuda hosts Honduras on Sunday. Antigua and Barbuda travel to Cayman Islands on Saturday. Well, off the swing here for Bermuda. Looking to settle the pace. Parfit. Tucker. Plays it long, out ahead, and that's offside. Antigua and Barbuda doing a good job of holding the line there defensively. It'll be Townsend, the keeper. Take this kick. It's Nicholas Townsend.
What do you mean is somebody from the country?
Townsend. Moves it to that far side here. Tight passes here. Antigua and Barbuda. Up the flank. Calvin picks up speed. Past the defender. Into the 18. Looking for a cross, and it ricochets off the defense. Will be a corner kick here for the home side. Dion Pereira will be the one to take this for Antigua and Barbuda. Eve, keeper directing traffic as he tries to defend the set piece for Bermuda. Pereira, off the take, headed towards the back post, and it's headed away. Well, the clear was good enough. There wasn't time for a second ball. Bermuda, Tucker, dispossessed on that one. Off the takeaway, Dieterville. Antigua and Barbuda looking to regroup. Bramble, forced backwards. Valerie, center back. Roberts up the flank, and it's off of Dieterville and out. Butterfield Steed on the throw. Flags up.
Make sure you got it both ways, man.
Well, no shots yet. Just in the 6th minute, obviously, here. Both of these countries trying to feel each other out. The opening minutes. Again, the start of competition as well. Not a lot of room for error when you just consider how many countries are participating and how many will move on to the next round. So again, first or second in your group, and you get to move on and still have a chance to compete in the 2026 World Cup. If not, and your journey's done, take place over the next year. And that final round is fall of 2025. Townsend, some pressure, finally gets it off.
Come on, Cole, you have to keep going.
Allen. Off the bounce, Bermuda. Trying to control. And it looks like that slammed off Antigua and Barbuda. It did. So Bermuda Well, they haven't had possession for too long in this match. This could be a difference here, though. Critchlow puts it across. Shot put on, it's blocked. Townsend denies. Oh, right on cue. That's the best look that we've seen for either side so far. Perhaps this is energized Bermuda on the road, swerving through into the 18. Big shot, and it sails over the crossbar and out of play. Well, this good sequence, 1-2 punch here for Bermuda. Townsend with the stop, a keeper, and then just saw one overhit for Bermuda on the second opportunity down that left flank, finding some joy. Townsend, keeper plays it long. Bounces through the midfield, no clear possession. Here comes Antigua and Barbuda, wide on the wing, looking for a cross. Big shot, it's blocked by the defense there. I'm not even sure Bermuda knew. As obviously the keeper, Eve, was diving for it.
No rim.
Well, this game's starting to open up a little bit. Sometimes it takes about half an hour for teams to really start to feel each other out, but we're seeing more looks for both of these countries in the last minute or so.
Second ball!
Looking for a long ball through the air, and it's headed away. That's Twite for Bermuda. Good work defensively. Leverock just walking it up, the center back. Lots of experience with this national team. Also played in Ireland and Poland, now plays professionally in Bermuda, as do many of the players on this roster.
Stay there, Janai. There's no reason to go back. Where are you going?
Parfit switching the point of attack. Leverock. Antigua and Barbuda sitting back. This one over the top, played long. Nothing much there. Stuck in the corner though. And just a couple of steps forward. It'll be a throw.
Make a run!
Into the 18, looking for cutters. Back post, didn't have enough juice on that one. Redirected by the defense there. Another opportunity for Bermuda. Light shot, Townsend dives on it. Now Critchlow had the opportunity, just couldn't get some power to that. There wasn't a lot of separation as it was pretty congested in the 18. Now we're over 10 minutes in and Bermuda's had the better looking opportunity. So that can change in this match, of course.
Nijai, behind you, Nijai!
Drew. Back to him. Nearly taken away, but he's able to tackle it out at the last minute. Bafiki Drew for Antigua and Barbuda. Robinson looking for options. Nothing much up that flank. And a foul against Bermuda. It was against Parfit. Too overzealous on that one. Well, a whole slew of games just today. 5 more after this one on this Wednesday. And again, this second round action will continue in 2024. over the course of this week. Locked down on that attempted cross. Bermuda the other way. Seeing if they can transition. Doesn't seem like they have numbers. Robinson slowed.
Switch it!
Making a pace towards the middle. Nice ball ahead. Hall takes a shot and it's denied. Townsend with the save. Well, he's being tested. Townsend. Oh, this is a lovely ball. Slotted through. And Hall with a pretty decent shot.
Go, Dante.
That's going to result in a corner. We'll see what Bermuda can do on this one.
Go, Dante.
Parfit on the set piece. The first corner we've seen for Bermuda. In swinger near post. Nothing there. Antigua and Barbuda looking to counter now. Picking up speed, no call. Actually, now we're gonna see a whistle. Carrasco takes out a card. It's a yellow against Dieterville. Or excuse me, that's against Bermuda. We'll see this again. Yep, that's against Robinson. So Luke Robinson will get the first card for either country in this game. Well, something to keep an eye on this early in a match. And Robinson has to be careful, especially with the way Bermuda's been playing. They've had the more promising opportunities. All that can go away with a second yellow. Roberts. Dieterville. Picking up speed. Cross denied. Roberts. Bramble puts it in. And it sails over everybody's head, looking for that service and some runners back post. Well, it seemed like Antigua and Barbuda were about to get the takeaway. But luckily for Bermuda, unable to control. Positive turn, and it ends up back with the home side. Quite a bit of fans here today to support. Well, Bishop just hanging all over. It's a foul call. Bermuda.
Tonight, come up tonight.
Leverock surveys, looking for the seams here in the defense. Again, plays it over the top, and again, caught offside here for Bermuda. Obviously, that trap's working. It's the second time that it's happened, but Bermuda's been trying to play it long. And they've had their best luck just up that left side. Butterfield steed through the air, and a foul. It goes against Bermuda. Michael Finley and the coaching staff, the rest of the bench, not very happy with that call.
You're nervous now.
That was Hall, who just got whistled for that one, who had the best shot we've seen so far. And Townsend had to leap through the air for it. Right flank, driving forward. Drew. Robinson with the takeaway. And here they come up the left flank. Bermuda looking ahead. Hall's making a run, and they're slowed. Tucker
Come on, Ram.
Over that right side now. Connington. Tucker. I was looking for Connington on the overlapping run. I was disrupted just enough. Here comes Tucker. Wins it back. Looking for a cross. No one on that back post.
Touched it!
Well, the way that hopped through, someone just needed to tap it in.
Hey, Remy, fix your blood clot pit, man. Fuck.
Well, not a corner, just a throw for Robinson and Bermuda. Hall. Well, you gotta imagine that Hall with how big he is. If there's a set piece, if there's a corner for Bermuda, he would be a target. He's a target man too on services as well from the wide spaces. We just haven't seen that as much. Robinson gets mauled on that far side, and will be a free kick coming.
There we go.
Robinson breaks loose, leaves it. Tucker, top of the box.
Oh, unlucky.
I was looking there for Connington.
Come on, you drive. Come on,
Here comes
tonight, go to the
transition
ball.
opportunity. Antigua and Barbuda. Peterville doesn't have help, doesn't have numbers, might not matter. Just over the crossbar. Wow, a lot of texture to that shot for Dieterville, and he did it all by himself. And this is just pure pace, which we didn't really see in that replay, but he just went the length of the pitch by himself with a swarm of defenders, somehow created some space and got a decent look off. And perhaps it is transition counter opportunities that will work the best for Antigua and Barbuda in this game. Certainly haven't had a ton of opportunities to set things up offensively. Again, that's the third or fourth time we've seen Bermuda try to play it over the top from their center backs. Clearly that is something that they have been training to do based on this defense for Antigua and Barbuda, but credit defensively to the home side. They just have either disrupted it or trapped it into an offside. Drew. Through the midfield. Allen being pestered by Hall. And Allen whiffs trying to clear, but at least it gives his teammates time to get back into position. Here's Hall. Been a bit of a menace so far. Martin. Oh, we're 20 minutes in, no score yet. Antigua and Barbuda against Bermuda. Left-footed service. Oh, not enough air to that one. Butterfield Steed. Tucker drives it forward, and it's disrupted by the defense there. Bowery, the center back, spins, needs some help, and he goes behind. Townsend boots it out of trouble here. Tucker for Hall. Nice ball. Richlow all alone in the box, shoots, and it's right to the keeper. Townsend denies. Boy, he had a wide open lane to net. It was 1v1 with the keeper and right into the body of Townsend. I'm not saying that's an easy save, it's not, but I think obviously a keeper would prefer that.
Face up, face up. It's coming, boys, well done.
Oh, when you consider the angle, it's a little more difficult than it looks. Also had a defender headed towards that back post. Off the service, left foot, Hall stretching for it, nothing there. Here comes a transition chance again, swerving through. Bishop has momentum, starts, stops, runs into the defense. He's just gonna slide it wide here. Drew, if he can get there, he does. Keeps it in. Antigua and Barbuda at home trying to take the lead. Bowery. Herrera. And it's swiped. Martin off the spin into space. Bermuda. Oh, Bermuda attempting to get this defense moving.
Can I get 3, please?
I think those swings might have to be a little bit quicker than they just were. Critchlow. Parfit. Critchlow. And behind Parfit, those two looking to combine. Doesn't quite work out.
Where you are, Nijai?
I do think some of these runs off the ball movement have been pretty good for Bermuda so far. A lot to be excited about in this match, but I'm sure they feel like they want to get one here before the break.
Let's 6 seconds.
This momentum doesn't do you much good if obviously you don't score a goal.
Tell him he's got time!
Off the trip, it's back with Bermuda.
Come on, Nijai, break the line. Stay there, Ram. Stay there, Ram.
No.
Leverup. You could hear the coaching staff for Bermuda just telling the center backs to try to break some lines here. Played over the top. Now that left side. Parfit goes to work in the box. Centers, shoots. And a bit of power to that one. Ends up wide.
Say it, impressive for that one. He was closer than that.
Not so much one where he was on a breakaway.
That wasn't. No, that was inside.
I slipped it too.
Townsend.
Stay up by him, Ram. Stay up by him.
No. No.
Hall bothering. Townsend gets it off. Now through the middle. Played long. That could be a nice and promising ball. There's a shot put on. It's a goal! Antigua and Barbuda take the lead. Dieterville. And what a transition chance there for the home side. Well, this just all comes from well placed, and Dieterville has been a real issue. Because just, I mean, he has to be probably the fastest player on the pitch. We've seen it now multiple times where he is just losing defenders. And then you just see perfect ball to him. They're just leaving it in a space, and knowing that he can get there, he does. And a clinical finish, home side's up. It just goes back to what I was saying before, which is that Bermuda, I think, has had way more quality looks. They've certainly tested the keeper, Townsend, multiple times, but they leave a couple on the table. And Antigua and Barbuda now takes the lead. Raheem Dieterville again with the goal. And we'll see how Bermuda responds on the road. Butterfield, Steed, Tucker.
Get it back, boys.
Swiped. Dieterville plays it long. Too far ahead. And Eve boots it out of trouble. Well, there's been a couple of times like that where it looked like it was too far ahead and defense was going to get there, Eve was going to get there, but you realize the speed of some of these forwards for Antigua and Barbuda in those moments. Well, those long balls, playing it long, hasn't worked out for Bermuda. It's now been, of course, the goal and then another pretty solid opportunity for Antigua and Barbuda on the other side, trying to slide that one through. Physical play. Looks like we have a whistle. Is it going to be a foul against Antigua and Barbuda? I believe so.
Girl, you all right?
Paul down right now. A target option for Bermuda.
Make it free. North. Get down. Get down. Get by
Looks like the goal scorer, Dieterville, also in some pain, clutching his side. Training staff will come out to assess. Well, it's 87 degrees and pretty humid in St. John's, Antigua today, so to be expected that there's probably gonna be some cramping as this game goes on. Free kick, pretty much straight away for Tucker and Bermuda. Goes with the short option, looking for a service. Parfit, Coddington, cross, no one on the back post. Lifted that one. Could hear Finley and his coaching staff for Bermuda say don't let them out. Obviously there's some pressure coming from the visitors. Trying to maintain possession, earn it back. Drew off the throw. Into the midfield. Nice touch. Squared. Beautiful ball ahead. And the flag goes up on that one. Pereira called for offside. And you could just, in that moment, feel the fans erupt for a heartbeat when we thought it was going to be onside. Well, mentioned that it's pretty not only hot but humid in Antigua and Barbuda today. So this will bring us to the cooling break. Well, if you're just tuning in, 1-0 is the score. We've seen Raheem Dieterville score the lone goal for Antigua and Barbuda here at home. It was in the 27th minute, so really not that long ago. This is the second round, and it's Group A action. In all the countries competing, whether it's this week or in June of 2025, we're hoping to begin what is going to be a long journey to get to the World Cup in 2026. I think it would be extra special for Concacaf nations in general to make this particular World Cup, because it's going to be hosted by 3 Concacaf nations, the United States, Canada, and Mexico. It does mean, too, for most of these countries, if they make it, it's compared to World Cups in the past, it's a quicker trip for fans. Could just make it really special. And that's a goal right now. Antigua and Barbuda in a good spot. Bermuda, I don't think it's cause for too much worry right now. They've certainly been able to create in the final third. It's just about finishing those chances now. All right, back from that cooling break. Critchlow. Well, this cooling break probably more important for Bermuda to just have a quick conversation on how they want to approach these final 15-ish minutes. Find the equalizer. Martin. Now wide for Bermuda. To Hall in the box, shoots, and it's just off the mark.
Slide, Ram, you got time.
Oh, the way that curled, it ended up staying in for Bermuda. Tucker into some space. Surges up the middle. Looking for that underlapping run, nothing there. Tucker in the 18. 1v1, looking for a cross, and that's overhit. What a good opportunity for Bermuda, and Parfit just too high on that one. Oh, that was the equalizer, and Parfit was just waiting for it, created completely by Tucker. Jai Tucker with a great job. Not only did he, of course, send it a nice ball, he had earned this back. Ripped it away from Drew. Bermuda, Robinson. Here's Tucker. Moves it to the right. Connington. Off his left foot. Finds Tucker again. Chips it. Nice ball. Butterfield Steed. Ricochets off the defense, and it looked like that bounced out. So it will be a corner for Parfit, and Bermuda searching for the equalizer on the road. Dejere Parfit. In swinger, middle of the 6, header, bounces around, and that one's wide as well. Critchlow had a chance. Still, back post, Critchlow. Shot put on, and a couple bodies in front of that. Leverock, the center back, had the look.
Get back to him.
Tucker. Offside. It's a third one for Bermuda in this match. Townsend sending everybody forward. About 10 minutes to go in this first half. Antigua and Barbuda against Bermuda. Dieterville has a lone goal so far. The home country up. Tucker. Herrera. Dieterville, the goal scorer. Flag goes up against Antigua and Barbuda. I mean, really, since we've seen the cooling break, so over these last 4 or 5 minutes, it's been all Bermuda. Oh, it looks like we have a player down. Calvin for Antigua and Barbuda. Didn't quite see what happened. And the training staff will have to come out. Calvin able to get off and walk off under his own power. Well, Carrasco was calling for a ball, and he ended up getting two. Our center official today. All right, just gonna be a drop here for Bermuda. Leverock. Tucker. I just feel like if something good is gonna happen for Bermuda, it's gonna run through Tucker. He's been able to find the right pockets of space for Bermuda in this game. Well, trending in the right direction for Bermuda up into the final third. Critchlow. Tucker.
Go make the run!
Chips it over the top, and it's in play, up, and over. Coddington met by Townsend on that one.
Here we have a substitution for Antigua Barbuda exiting the game, number 15.
So it looks like Calvin cannot continue. They've made a sub. Joshua Parker comes in for Antigua and Barbuda.
1-0 in favor of Antigua Barbuda.
Referee! Referee, hold on, ref!
Townsend. There's Parker, that new addition. Roberts off the throw. Here he's again. Pereira off his left foot, puts in a service looking for Parker. Tucker. Martin darts forward. Parfit. Bit of a hesitation. Makes a move. Brings it wide, now spins. And gives it back. Now with Bishop. Transition chance now for the home side. Parker. Not quick enough on that one. Martin reads. Parfit. In the box. That is cleared out. A nice tackle there. Quentin Griffith, who's the captain today for Antigua and Barbuda. We have about 5 minutes to go in this first half. Hall looking to get squared, instead Parfit works it around here in the attacking third. Butterfield Steed trending in the box. Tucker. Coddington. Cross. Intercepted. Townsend dives and covers. He's been on top of most of those. I think he's also made some of the shots that very difficult for Bermuda. I mean, even that most recent one to Coddington, he was able to step out quickly enough that I think Coddington felt rushed. But I would say there's been 2 or 3 1v1 opportunities with the keeper that we just haven't seen Bermuda finish. Now, it hasn't been 1v1 in terms of transition. It's just been in the box, and they're all alone point blank, and no one can finish. The Dieterville goal is still the difference in this game. Leverock, center back, takes it away. Coddington lays it in front, it's intercepted. Bowery with the takeaway. Antigua and Barbuda. Parker makes a run, sails over his head. Eve. Oh, Leverock's just gonna walk this up. Lifted from the center back. Parfit keeps it in. Looks to go to work on that wing. Off the service, tapped forward by Hall. I didn't get a great look on that. Just trying to one-time that in.
Oh, Zico, cello. I told you already.
No whistle against Parker. An early change forced as Antigua and Barbuda saw an injury to Calvin. Ledgerwood had to make that decision. Sure, Parker provides a good target up top, as you can see his size. Parfit for Robinson. Read nicely by the defense. Robinson. Jolted around. Hall comes back to help. Robinson congested. Now into some space here for Bermuda. Leverock. Slots it through the middle. Tucker. Looks like Coddington was trying to slip in behind for a second. Here's Tucker again. Robinson. Pass two defenders now. Centers. Dishes. Martin. Twirls. Leverock. Lifted. Butterfield Steed. I could hear the bench say he was offside on that one. I might agree. And then a shove there from Leverock as Parker goes down. 3 minutes of stoppage time here in the first half between Antigua and Barbuda and Bermuda. Concacaf Qualifiers of the road to the 2026 World Cup begins for both of these countries.
In favor of Antigua Barbuda. 3
See this moment again, I think just a bit of a professional foul there from Leverock. Hangs up to Parker. Heavy touch. Dieterville. He was offside. Well, there's been constant communication that you can hear for Antigua and Barbuda is whenever they get the ball, you can hear somebody, whether it's Ledgerwood or someone else on the bench, say, Dieterville, go. Because evident by the goal that he scored, he has so much speed and pace in those counter moments. Tucker. Martin.
Look at Remy. Turn.
Coddington. Flicks it up. And nothing there. Bowery with the clear. Tucker again.
Forward.
Martin. And it will be a goal kick for Townsend.
You all ready for the half? Orders, towels, yeah?
Well, about a minute to go here in stoppage time. This first half. Parker through the air. Tucker. Antigua and Barbuda. Dieterville alone in the box. Saved. Eve. Bit of a light shot there from Dieterville. He had his momentum kind of going the opposite way of the keeper, and defenders were surrounding. It did look like that could be goal number 2 for Antigua and Barbuda. Hall.
Make the Rocco!
Tucker. Beautiful ball. And flag goes up. Offside again. We've seen so many for Bermuda in this first half. Well, that's going to bring us to the end of the first half. 1-0 is the score. Raheem Dieterville has a lone goal. Antigua and Barbuda, the home side today, up ever so slightly after 45 minutes of play. We'll take a quick break and then we'll come back with highlights from this first half here in Concacaf Qualifiers for the 2026 World Cup.
That's why you've been done to get it pulled up. Yeah. You gotta talk to them. Tell them to like explain it. Once they get more, you guys can see. As soon as they put one, you guys
58% in terms of possession, and they've also had 14 shots in this game compared to just a couple on the other end for Antigua and Barbuda, but that might not matter if they're not able to convert. Townsend's had a very good game, the keeper for Antigua and Barbuda, but frankly, Bermuda's had some real quality chances that they just have not been able to find the back of the net on. So we'll see if there's any changes for either of these coaches and how they adjust to the second half. We're still waiting on both of these countries to come back onto the pitch and get ready for the second half. This is one of 6 games going on today. Mention the fact that both of these countries will actually compete again this weekend in Group A. So next, Antigua and Barbuda travels to Cayman Islands. Bermuda hosts Honduras on Sunday. Well, in order to move on to the next round, you got to win your group or come in second. So 3 points for either of these countries today would go a long way in that journey, just considering the fact that you only play 4 games total. In that narrowed down pool, 3 countries will move on directly to the World Cup as you take a look at Michael Finlay, head coach for Bermuda.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, just about getting set for the conclusion of this FIFA World
Well, our officials are back out, and looks like we're just about ready to get going here in the second half.
Bermuda, remember halftime scores: Antigua Barbuda 1, Bermuda 0.
We see number 5 there, Tucker. That's Sajai Tucker. He's been a real creator for Bermuda. He's gotten into the right pockets. He's been finding his teammates. I do think he's an X factor in terms of getting a goal for Bermuda. Antigua and Barbuda, I think, honestly, what they've been doing, they've withstanded a lot defensively. But if they can put another one away in transition, then I think they're in a really good spot. But just with how much they've been defending and the fact that they are countering when they can, I'm sure we'll see some subs here soon for the home side. Underway here in the second half. Bermuda will start with possession this time around. Again, 1-0 is the score. Concacaf Qualifiers road to 2026 in the World Cup.
Trust Harry. Drive now, drive now, drive now. Drive,
Leverunk.
Harry. Somewhere. Oh, no, it's right there.
Dwight.
Right there, boy. Keep it!
Robinson playing on a yellow, something to note. Makes an overlapping run and it's tackled away. He's undercut on that one by Bishop. It's the only card that we saw in the first 45 minutes against Luke Robinson for Bermuda. Here he is on the throw. Settles. Quick tap to him. And it's disrupted again by the defense here. Martin, Leverok. 2 defenders. Harry Twite looks ahead. Robinson tries to spin into space, and it looks like he's going to draw the foul in the process. Deshair Parfit on this free kick for Bermuda. Townsend gets prepared in net. In some sense, he must be happy. He's keeping warm in this game because he's had so many shots towards him. I just wonder how long they can withstand that, Antigua and Barbuda, if it continues here in the second half. Here's Tucker. Light pass. Back to him. Harfit soars through the air, and it's headed right to Townsend. Not a great look there for Leverock and the rest of this group. Broken up. Robinson. Dwight. Tucker.
Break the line, kid!
Tucker goes down on that one, and I don't think our referee saw this, but Parker had a little bit of a kick for him after the fact as well. And that's where Carrasco's headed to have a discussion with Parker. Drew. Couple of hops all the way to Eve.
Get it, drive. Come on, Doug. Drive to commit somebody. You drive, stay a little bit central.
Well, Bermuda, we can kind of hear from the sideline, trying to drive and commit some defenders, break through this block here. Robinson, up the flank, muscled away, keeps fighting for it, and it's tackled out now. And it looks like it went off Antigua and Barbuda. That's been a fun matchup. Bishop and Robinson. Tucker, heavy touch, still fighting for it. Martin. And it hits off of Robinson and out. Well, Tucker's done a good job for Bermuda of just winning back those balls in the final 30. He's done it actually a couple times in the box, and that's resulted in some good shots for Bermuda. It's definitely not time to panic for the visitors. Hall. Antigua and Barbuda. Cedarville, a real issue, the goal scorer today. Picks up speed, shoots, and it's blocked. Oh, perhaps the defense is figuring him out a little bit, but I don't think it matters too much if he just beats you in a foot race, which is what we've seen him do so far. That time around, he didn't have numbers and everybody got back quickly. Bowery. Head on a swivel. Allen. Drew, up the flank, looks around. Serves it up, and it's right to the keeper, Eve. Was trying to curl that, I think, back post, perhaps, for Parker.
Keep working, baby, keep working.
Tucker. Up ahead, it's looking for Parfit. Parker, offside. Boy, you saw Bermuda called for a ton of those in the first half, and as the first half kind of went on, we saw Antigua and Barbuda also called for a bunch. We've seen combined a lot of offside in this game. Robinson, Parfit. In a space, physical play off the ball. Didn't see exactly what happened there. It looked like Hall fell. Perhaps was hit. Twite. Martin. Connington on the ground. Still going for it. Parker trips and he wants a call. Bermuda moving quickly now with possession. Connington, Tucker. Tight passes here. On the wing. Cross put on, headed away. Still in the box. Transition chance now. Antigua and Barbuda. Nice job by Robinson to disrupt that enough. Here he's again. Misses on that tackle though. Parker looks up. Forward, shot, and it's saved. Eve makes a stop there. Bishop went all the way up. Here comes Bermuda. Oh, maybe not exactly where you would want him on the pitch. It's been a target again in the box. Parfit off his right foot. Hall. Tucker. Parfit spins, almost breaks free, and it's a foul right at the edge of the 18. This is a great spot for a free kick for Bermuda. It's going to be a really good chance for the equalizer. I don't know that. I guess there was some contact on that one from Allen, but tough to tell from the angle we have there. Kind of looked like he got all ball. Either way, Tucker will take this. And of course, we see that wall of Bowery, Drew, Parker. Well, is this the answer for Bermuda? The equalizer they've been waiting for. Tucker on the take, and it's over the crossbar. Well, he had that wall beat, and he had the texture to it, just a little bit high. Another solid opportunity. Yeah, it looked like he was trying to bend that top shelf. Right idea. Sometimes those seemingly easy free kicks are actually more difficult, especially when you consider the wall and just the perfect placement it takes to actually find the back of the net on those.
You got under wraps? No, be over, Josh.
Drew on the throw, searching for Parker. It's headed away by Twite.
Hey, yeah.
Drew again.
Shoot it!
Twite into the stands. Parker turns, fires. That one out of play. Into the fencing behind the net.
Give it to Dunn, Turn, me drive! Drive!
Tucker being told to drive.
Go after the singer. Near to the goal.
Lever up.
Drive, Harry. There you go.
Twite. Robinson.
Look at Dante.
Parfit.
Switch it early. Dante.
Bishop. Bit of pressure here for Antigua and Barbuda. Bermuda, though, still possessing.
Faster, Nijai.
Tucker just took the free kick. Went over the crossbar. Robinson. Heavy. Still has it. Wide. Shifty. Cross. Header. No. Headed away by Bowery. Player down in the box for Bermuda. Looks like everyone's all right. Leveruk. And that one's just going to slide to the keeper, Townsend. You can see the high five from Allen and Bauer, the two center backs for Antigua and Barbuda. They've done a really solid job against Bermuda so far. Have dealt with a lot of shots, have defended a lot today, and that's clearly some of the strategy for Antigua and Barbuda. They've been sitting back and then they pounce when they get the ball and look to counter. Critchlow. Connington. Leveruck. Calling for help. Twite. Robinson. Hesitates. Pass Bishop. Still with Bermuda. Leveruck. Intercepted. And way too far ahead for the home side to really transition on that one. Tucker. Muscled away, and he gets called for a foul in frustration. All right, we're going to have some changes. First change for Bermuda. Zico Lewis. And Connington comes out. So both teams have made one sub so far, as in the 60th minute. Zico Lewis is a player that plays in USL Championship. Actually plays in USL League One now for Union Omaha's championship experience. Played for a bunch of teams, Sacramento Republic most recently on the championship side, but he was a MLS draft pick, 17th overall in 2017. See if he provides a spark in off the bench.
No!
Robinson. Twite. Eve. Has to be careful there.
Yep.
Hear me, JB? Yep.
Oh, this is the 5th time in World Cup qualifiers these two countries have met. Twite. Robinson. Bramble. Parker. The other way, Antigua and Barbuda. And it's blocked down. That disrupts just enough. But in these World Cup qualifiers, Antigua and Barbuda's never beat this Bermuda side. 2 draws and 2 losses. That could change if this score remains. Drew. Looked painful on that sort of landing for Pereira, who's still down. Bermuda wanting to transition. It's Hall. Collides there with Bowery. Now we're gonna see the second card that we've seen. It's Lewis, who stepped on the pitch a couple minutes ago. That's 2 yellows for 2 players on Bermuda. Overzealous on that play. See this again. Yeah, pretty obvious on that one, but not what you would want for Lewis, who, again, just came on.
Yellow card to number 10 of Bermuda.
And it looks like Roberts is still down right now. Finley, head coach for Bermuda, looking on, just caught a glimpse of him. If they don't at least get a point from this match, I think they're gonna walk away very frustrated because they have just, again, created so much in this game. There's a lot of time. Tucker. Leverock. Dwight. Hall sprints too. Causing a bit of chaos there. And it's gonna be a corner. Well, I was about to say that it kind of felt like Bermuda, energy-wise, looked a little bit defeated, but all it takes is just a hustle play like that. I mean, he came from a far distance, Hall, to make that difficult to get out for Antigua and Barbuda, and as a result, it's a corner kick. We'll see if this is the equalizer. Parfit. Off his right foot, headed towards the back post, outswinger, nothing much there. A center back was the target there. Leverock serves, shot, blocked. 2 defenders there, and somehow the second chance doesn't go in either. Critchlow had a look. Parfit drives it forward into the 18. Robinson. Leverock back into the box, nothing much there. That one hangs up and is almost whiffed on by Butterfield Steed. And with certain players looming, like Dieterville, that can't happen. Hall makes a run, touches to himself, not squared. Calling for help. Lewis. Tucker shoots. Almost. Parfit was the option on the back post and just mistimed a hair. Looks like the keeper, Townsend, is down right now. There was, and Antigua and Barbuda had to play through this, some contact on one of the shots. You saw a bunch.
Substitution for Antigua Barbuda. Exiting the game, number 19.
Okay, changes for the home side. Tyree Tong in.
Out number 7. Raheem Dieterville, and in goes number 12.
Raheem Dieterville out. We're also going to see Bishop come out. And we will see Dayon Harris come in. So now 3 changes total in this game so far for Antigua and Barbuda. That makes sense to get a couple of these players in, fresh legs, to see if perhaps they can get another one and really secure this game. And Dieterville just did so much work, especially in the first 45 minutes. Perhaps a little exhausted and also Need some strong defenders in there when you consider that if this score remains, Bermuda will throw a lot forward in the final, 10-ish minutes of this match. Looks like Townsend's all right. Still just a 1-goal difference in this match between Antigua and Barbuda versus Bermuda. Concacaf Qualifiers, road to 2026. Pretty crazy that we're already talking about the World Cup in 2026, but that is where we are, and both of these teams have a great chance, and it all begins now. Years-long journey to get to the World Cup. Jaibin comes in.
20. And in goes number 9. Out Cole Hall and in goes Jaibin.
We're going to see Hall come out. Leverock over the top on Parker. Swiped. Bermuda. Critchlow. Dishes. Parfit. Tucker. Reaching for it. Moves it back center. No one there on that pass. Parfit, again, picks up speed behind. Lewis, though, top of the box, makes a move. All the defenders around him. 4, perhaps. Transition chance ahead. Parker onside. 1v1 with Twite, who just takes it away.
Drive.
Flag goes up on that one. Too good to be true for Pereira. Or excuse me, for Bean. $20 minutes to go. 1-goal game. Robinson can't swipe. That time around, puts his body in front of it. Looked a little painful on that one. It will be a corner for Antigua and Barbuda. I mean, we really haven't been in their final third much in this second half. I mean, maybe 2 or 3 times. But as we know from that first 45 minutes, all they need is one quality look and can be the difference. And looking to add to this lead at home, it is not a comfortable one. Off the corner. Near post action, nothing there, but chance for a second ball. Harris. Tackled away. Parfit. Bermuda looking to transition. Pereira. Swerves. Critchlow. Leverock. Antigua and Barbuda really sitting back here. So compact, it's so difficult But into those wide spaces, that is the answer for Bermuda. Trying to stretch this defense. Leverock. Reach low. Dwight. Robinson. Quick. Fullback in Robinson. Turns and earns a corner for Bermuda. A bounce off of Harris, and again, another set piece for Bermuda. See if they can actually capitalize on one. Parfit short to Robinson. Back to him. Off his right foot, service, header, and it's saved. What a look from Dwight, though. Townsend been in the right place every time today. And that one, we'll see this again. Ended up not being, I think, I mean, good contact with it, but the placement was a little bit off as Townsend just kind of took a step, and obviously Dwight was trying to get that to tuck in the corner. Bowery takes off. Tucker. Creechlow. Parfit trending into the 18. Two defenders looking to trap. Parfit having some trouble. Tucker. Oh, Parker lands on top of him, and it will be a free kick here. And the placement of this is interesting because a well-placed ball towards that back post with some pace to it. But instead, Bermuda just moves quickly. Trying to catch the defense off guard. It did not work there. Lewis was the target on that one. And here comes Antigua and Barbuda. Up the flank. Tong. New addition here in the second half. Allen. Bean in front of him. Bowery. Just keep away. Oh, the center back, why not? Offside again, this time on Tong. That's going to take us to another cooling break. This one obviously in the second half. 1-0 is still the score. Same as the last cooling break we took, actually. Dieterville had just scored for Antigua and Barbuda. Dieterville now off the pitch, and Antigua and Barbuda's made some subs, understanding that they're going to have to defend here, and they've done that so well in this game. And now that they're more compact, you can see the mindset for Ledgerwood and his team. Meanwhile, Bermuda on the road looking for a victory, if not lost, to Antigua and Barbuda in these World Cup qualifiers ever. This being the 5th meeting between these two countries. Take a look at the goal, this back in the first half. Raheem Dieterville. And it all starts from, again, just a ball into space, but understanding that the home side has a player who's so speedy quick, and he just slips behind the defense. Pretty poor defending from Bermuda, not understanding where he is. Makes it look easy, though, with a very clinical finish. Love the celebration. Because at that time, Bermuda had had multiple opportunities to take the lead. But instead, it was Antigua and Barbuda who did. And they're still in control right now. As we enter the end of this game, we'll see if things shift or Antigua and Barbuda is able to walk away with 3 points in this first match of 4. over the course of 2 years here in Concacaf Qualifiers for 2026 World Cup. Robinson, Twite. I just saw the center back Twite have a header on a set piece. Ended up right to Townsend, the keeper. Been 3 or 4 opportunities for Bermuda that Townsend's been able to stop, but he hasn't had to move too much for. A couple over the crossbar as well. Tucker plays it long, and nothing there. Looked like he was trying to slide that through to Parfit. Harris keeps it in, centers. Herrera. Muscled away. Creechlow. Parfit. Couple of runs being made, but all in the same spaces. This one flung up though. Creechlow into the box, and it's off the crossbar. What a shot. It looked like he was going to be able to find the back of the net on that one. Just lightly lifts it over the top, and it kind of looked like it was with the back of his foot. And boy, needed about an inch to just drop in seamlessly. And again, Bermuda having trouble scoring. Player down for Antigua and Barbuda. Gonna see this look again. Creechlow, that's who you would want in that. Yep, off the back of his foot. Wow. Inches away from the equalizer. Oh, Creechlow was the top scorer for Bermuda in the World Cup Qatar qualifiers in 2022. He had 3 goals. Players still down. Looks like the stretcher is coming out as well for Antigua and Barbuda. They've already had to make a change due to injury in this game. It was when Parker came in. And it's Drew who needs some help off the pitch. Well, able to stretcher him off, but likely this means a change for Antigua and Barbuda. We've got roughly 10 minutes to go, but with the cooling break and some of the injuries, might get a hefty chunk of stoppage time as well. Free kick coming for Antigua and Barbuda. At this time, any opportunity to waste some time and perhaps get a second goal here. Header, and it's saved. Oh, the center back, Allen. And very unlucky for Bermuda as well. And you could tell that Eve, the keeper, he wanted to go quickly, and he just fell on that. Lewis. Into the box. Blocked down. Tucker. Getting lost here. Finally, it's tackled away by Tucker as, again, that's just going to drain some clock there by Pereira. You could see really battling for that. He's been in this whole time and just had to do a lot of work. Tucker. Creechlow. Twite. Parker in front of him. Foul in the middle of the pitch, and Robinson and company want to move quickly. Of course, Antigua and Barbuda is going to step to and make that difficult. All right, we're going to have a couple of changes for Bermuda.
In 4, here we have another substitution. Out 3 in 9.
We're going to see Martin out,
13.
Caleb McDowell in, and then Butterfield Steed out,
Substitution for Antigua
and
Barbuda, exiting again, number
Ming in.
9 in goes number 8.
Kwame Ture. Kirby also enters the game for Antigua and Barbuda, and Kendakar Challenger. So Pereira's
Here we have another
out.
substitution. Out 20. In 20. Out number 2.
And Drew's out. Obviously, that's a necessary change as well for Antigua and Barbuda. Drew had been stretchered out of this match. So those are your changes. Preachlow on the wing. Puts it across. Disrupted. Harfit was the option. Dwight. Tucker. Allen. Boots. Towards the midfield. Dwight again. Tucker for Lewis. And it's red again by Antigua and Barbuda. It's Tong this time who steps to. Trying their luck on the right side now. Leverock. Looking for a cross. And it looks like it was out of play anyway. Townsend had it. As Ming, the new addition, trying to send it into the box. Got about 5 minutes to go in this one. Parker. Dwight. Parker hanging all over the center back for Bermuda. He's going to get a yellow card on that one.
A yellow card to number 23 of Antigua Barbuda, Mr. Joshua Parker, in the 86 minutes of play. It is still a 1-0 in favor of Antigua Barbuda.
Parfit. Flicks it up. Creechlow. Fouls. Player getting stretched out for Antigua and Barbuda. Mentioned the humidity and the intensity of this game, so assume there would be some cramps at the end. So Carrasco, our center official, I think calling for the training staff to come out. Just so said player will have to step off the pitch, and it looks like Roberts is okay, but he'll again have to step off for this next play. Townsend. Parker tumbles down. Parfit commits a foul and stands over Tong as well. As you can see, just some frustration here. Off balance, trying to get it back. Understanding there's limited time in this game for Bermuda. Robinson. Twite. Tucker. Parfit again. Preachlow trying to split the defense. Poked away. Still with Tucker. Hangs this one up on the far side. Ming slots it through. Bean shoots. It's blocked down. Preachlow's there though. Cross in. And it's finally a goal for Bermuda. The equalizer late. Ming, right place, right time. We'll see this again. Preachlow does a lot of good work there, and it almost seemed like that was not going to be a goal for Bermuda. How many chances have they had? And just for a second it got stuck for Ming. But he's able to get a shot off. All it took was a simple touch into the net. And that's exactly what this game has been building to for Bermuda. Frustrating for them, but at the same time, now they have a chance for 3 points. Could this be the momentum swing? Parfit into the 18, moves it to his right foot. Centers again, Parfit shoots, Townsend saves off the rebound. Preachlow was there. Oh, we got 5 minutes of stoppage time, so we're about 4.5 minutes left in this game. And all of a sudden, Bermuda feels like, hey, we can walk away with a win. Oh, Townsend, he'd come up and obviously was right in front of Preachlow, and that's what you're supposed to do. But lovely ball from Preachlow, and there's 2 potential players that were there, and Ming's the one to knock it through, and that's all Bermuda needed. Antigua and Barbuda had had the lead since the 26th minute. Ming. Leverock. Twite. Tucker. Into the box again. And Preachlow earns a corner for his side. Well, he's been, again, He started this game, 3 goals in the road to the 2022 World Cup. And at the tail end of this final 15 minutes, you can really tell that all that experience is very helpful for him in these moments. He has definitely been the catalyst for the momentum swing on the Bermuda side, and just the fact that they're able to just continue to stay focused in this game and create opportunities. And now with 2.5 minutes to go, who knows what's gonna happen? Off the corner, headed away. It was off Bean. Lands for Tucker. And it's right to the keeper, Townsend. Off the roll. On the flip side, though, for Antigua and Barbuda, I mean, who's to say they don't walk away with 3 points, but just with how much they've been sitting back in the second half, it's tough to switch that. And I think, obviously, you want to protect a point, too, this isn't a knockout game. A point still is meaningful in the group stage. Contact in the midfield. Yellow card to Ming.
Challenge and cover. Get it on. Stay on. Drop in, Roger. Drop in. Hold each eye on the 12. You drop in.
Hey, no holding. 18. 18 in play.
Get ready to break, guys. Get ready to break. Get ready to break.
Free kick for Antigua and Barbuda. Allen off his back. Parker slips by him as well. Creechlow takes a stiff arm. And it's going to be a foul called against Harris. Ming off the service. Parfit. Some time for a shot. Off Bean. Tucker trying to keep it. Instead, Antigua and Barbuda the other way. All the way up. Parker sprinting 2. Might be offside. Nope. Twite keeps playing. There's game. It looked like Antigua and Barbuda were going to walk away with a victory after a goal in the first half. But Ming, in the 90th minute, gives Bermuda the equalizer, and we end in a 1-1 draw. Antigua and Barbuda and Bermuda. Well, that's going to do it from us here in St. John's and in Antigua. A really competitive game, in Bermuda finally gets the equalizer at the end. Well, that's it from our entire crew. I'm Maura Sheridan saying so long. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you back for more CONCACAF matches in the road to the World Cup in 2026.